Even though you're eating super clean, you're still struggling with stubborn symptoms. Ah!
Welcome! Here is your hostess and coach, Chandra Zas, helping people make food and mood changes doable without missing out. Go ahead, high five that like button, subscribe and share while you're there.
Hi, my name is Chandra Zas, Zen Odyssey, Food and Mood Coaching. Often I see this pattern where there are people, and I will actually say that I was one of these people also. And so I have been in this boat where I'm eating super, super clean and still struggling with symptoms and still feeling bloated, still not feeling nourished, still having brain fog, still having eczema, still having issues. So if we're eating all of the right foods, we're eating super clean, we're not eating seed oils, we're not eating sugars, we're not drinking alcohols, we're like on this, and I even like to see it sometimes it's like so rigid. We're in this like, I'm super clean, I can't have anything. So sometimes a very clean diet can be really, really useful. But if we don't have the component of a happy, relaxed nervous system, then most of that food is not getting absorbed and our symptoms are still in a flare state. So when we are in a state of stress or depression or anxiety, when our emotional body is in cortisol flare, in dysregulation, in being triggered, or in a state of trauma, like when our physiological body has this signal that says it's not safe, like we're not in a good place, then what happens is our nervous system responds, and we literally, the blood goes away from our digestive tract and we don't have an appetite. Our appetites are down, which is different than emotionally eating. That's different than not having an appetite. Sometimes we can not have an appetite and emotionally eat because we're eating for comfort. What I'm talking about is where like our digestive function is not in a place of rest and digest.
Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm in the Dead Sea, floating in the water. Go ahead and like and share and follow so we can keep in touch.
I like to think about rest and digest as heal and nourish. In order for our body to do what it knows how to do, which is to heal and maintain and get, like when we sleep and ideally when we eat, our body is using that energy, using that time to balance ourselves, to come back into a balanced state. But if we're in levels of stress, if we're in anxiety, and if we're in this like state of like, I'm not okay, I don't feel okay, my energy, my nervous system, my emotional body is like, then our body doesn't have the signal that it's safe to go in and repair and heal. So even if you're eating super clean, and especially if you're eating super clean and you still have symptoms, you need to do the emotional work. You need to do the stress work. You need to get to the root of the emotional body of what is going on in your energetic system, because until that energetic system is on board with it's safe to heal, it's safe to digest and absorb nutrients and put energy into healing, then your body can't do it. Doesn't matter how clean you eat. I have worked with a number of people on this piece that they're stuck. They're like plateaued with, I eat super clean and I'm still having these issues. And until they do the emotional work, the energetic state work, the all of the clean, healthy food and all of the supplements and all of the stuff, it just doesn't stick. It doesn't hold in our bodies. So I actually, in my food program, I actually do the mood piece first, because for two reasons. One is when we're having an unhealthy emotional relationship with food, then we're using food to help us emotionally. So this is one of the reasons I do the emotional piece first. But the other really huge piece is that if we're not knowing how to internally manage our stress or anxiety or depression, or maybe it's chronic overwhelm or chronic frustration, if we don't know how to internally manage our emotional state, then the food changes they just don't have as big of an effect. when we know how to regulate our emotional state, there's two huge pieces that I teach. One is how to manage our brain, how to talk back to our brain, how to notice our thoughts, and then also what to do with the uncomfortable emotions that inevitably arise. So you learn these two massive tools. They're simple, but they're super impactful in our emotional body state. And so when we kind of have this internal emotional management system and internal brain management system, then we can regularly regulate our nervous system, regularly change our emotional state. And I'm not saying like get away from negative emotions. I'm saying like actually how to not spiral into a state of like where we're like more chronic. So the idea is more like, okay, how do I allow myself to have this human experience and not resist it and not create tension and not create stress and not create anxiety? So how do I like be in this state with my brain and my emotions that I'm fluid and moving and feeling and opening and dancing with the human experience, so that then we know we're not rigid, we're not closed, we're not explosive, we're not in this kind of like less than ideal state. And then our body can really relax and really digest and really heal. And so we can actually sleep through the night. And yeah, it impacts knowing how to internally manage our emotional system and our brain is just one of the most life-changing things that you can do for yourself and your health. So I would encourage you to send me a message or comment below this video and write stress makeover. And it's the same system. It's actually the same video that in my program. I do a lecture on states of stress, anxiety, and depression. So if you're struggling with anxiety, then put in anxiety makeover. And if you're struggling with depression, because when we're depressed, our digestive system is also not fully functioning. So you can put in depression makeover or you can put in emotional makeover, but let me know. And I would love to offer my help and my program and my tools to help you feel a lot more relaxed and for your body to have the signal of, yes, you can heal. Yes, you can absorb. Yes, we can. Yeah, it's a big change. It's a big difference. So reach out to me. Let me know. Sign up.